Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be looking at another cold steel product. Bam. Alright, as you can see, I went down and I purchased me the Master Hunter cold steel, whatever you want to call it. It's a knife. Let's check out these specs here real quick. 6 ounces on the weight. It's a very, very light knife in hand. 4.5 inch blade, 9 1/4 overall. I ended up purchasing the VG-1 San Mai for 2 reasons. Number one, because out of all the cold steels I have a bunch of them, and I've never had one in the cold or the San Mai steel. And you know what? I've always been interested, and I figured, screw it, let's do it. Plus, its 3V brother is coming on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have 2 of them, and we're gonna be doing head-to-head stuff on it. I want to see if the 3V is better, worse. You know, obviously this one's gonna have more corrosion resistance than the 3V, but I kind of want to check the edge retention, because 3V's not known for being like a super edge retention steel. It's just super ass tough, but I want to see if it could compare or if it's better, because I honestly don't know much about VG-1. I know about VG-10 from Spyderco's. I've had a lot of Spyderco's, like Delicas and stuff like that, in VG-10, and I found them to be extremely chippy. And from everything I've seen on the website, or not websites, but you know, just watching YouTube reviews of VG-1 San Mai, it's pretty chippy, but it doesn't scare me in a blade like this, because what does it say? 4.5 inches. Let's see how correct that is. Yeah, we got just a hair over 4.5 actually on the full blade length. We're looking at about, yeah, about a hair and a half, or 4.5. But for a knife like this, I mean, could it be hard used? Sure, but I don't plan on hard using this knife. This is more of like to me, this is like a camp knife. I mean, it's literally called the Master Hunter. I could totally see this in a hunting role, skinning game, and just, it's very comfortable. This handle texture is just phenomenal. I think it's pretty much the same handle. I could be wrong, but I believe it's pretty much the same handle as SRK, and it's just a very comfortable handle. But I do not like the SRK knife. I've had one. It's a good knife. There's nothing against it. It's just not for me. I either want something, I find like the 6-inch knife category blade to just be kind of like, you know, it's not the 3 Bears situation where one's too hot and one's too cold and right in the middle is perfect. I find no use for medium-sized knives. Smaller knives like this and larger knives are what I tend to gravitate towards. The medium ones are just kind of like, it's too big to EDC, it's too small to go hacking through the woods with. Like, what do I do with it, you know? A lot of people like them. I just have a hard time finding a role with them, even though I have a bunch of them, because unfortunately, I like knives. So yeah, we have a VG-1 San Mai, and you can see the line right there. You see it right there, where that VG-1 core and the 420J lining meets. And then in the back, it's kind of hard to see because it's not polished, but right there you can lightly see, there you go, you can see that VG-1 core. And yeah, let's check this out. Box sharpness, I did strop it, pretty sharp. It's not my sharp. It's sharp, don't get me wrong, but I would prefer it to be sharper. I will put a semi-convex secondary on this guy. I think it'll do it well, being a what I consider a more chippy steel. Semi-convex final edge on there will probably help that, and it'll just be retarded sharp. I'm not sure how VG-1 does with a polished edge, so we'll find that out. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. And really, this isn't just a review. This is just kind of, hey, I got a new knife. I can't wait for the 3V1 to come in, and I can hold them side by side and see which one's better. You know, is it worth These are $80 roughly. You can get them on Amazon. And the VG or the Sam can't talk today. Yeah, these are $80 on Amazon roughly, and the CPM 3V. Man, I am screwed up today. The 3V version is about $120 to $140 depending on where you get it. And I want to know, is the blade stock the same? Do they have a reasonable thick tip? This one's made in Japan, which is kind of cool. And the new ones, I believe, are made in Taiwan. Not the Sanmai, but the 3V knives are made in Taiwan, and they used to be made in Italy. And from what I've seen online, the ones were made in Italy had a kind of distal taper on their 3V knives. And the newer ones, since GSM or whoever bought out Gold Steel, yeah, are more like this, where you get the full thickness down towards the tip of the blade, which, you know, being 3V, it's very strong, but I don't care if you can get away with a thinner knife. It's like, if you can get away with an 1/8 inch knife to be as strong as a 3/16 inch knife, I would just rather a 3/16 inch knife, and knowing it's just very strong. So who knows? Another concern was, if this is a woods blade, something you're going to be using around water, the VG-1 Sanmai might be better because it's stainless. You know, there's really no way to seal up water from getting underneath these scales, or this handle. It's not molded on. I don't care what people say. These things are slipped on and pinned in. I know this because I've taken them off before multiple times, and there's no getting away from moisture getting under there. So, I mean, the only thing I could think of is pull the handle off, put a bunch of epoxy in there, squish it back on. And that was my only concern with the 3V knife, is because I'm going to want to use it in wet circumstances. But anyways, I'm just rambling now. I've been rambling the whole time. VG-1, Sanmai, CPM 3V's coming in. We're going to do some head-to-head, find out which one I like more, and possibly do a giveaway with the other one. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching.